Hello everybody, Stinger Splash back with part 3 of the Chronological UK Bluray Steelbook review, and I'm doing this one a little bit earlier in the day because last night's was a little bit late, and so I'm worried it might have affected the lighting and things. I've also set my camera to a different setting, so hopefully this one will be a little bit brighter. Fingers crossed anyway. So this is our third video. This is the next 20 steelbooks from numbers 41 to 60 and in release order. So we're going to start off this video with the Adjustment Bureau. This one is still not out of print, universal release, and it was available all across the country. There's no exclusivity or anything on this one. 27th of June 2011. And all these videos, all these steelbooks today is probably going to take us through to pretty much the end of 2011. So yeah, this has some nice artwork, and you know, Universal have gotten away from the printed backs by this point for the most part, and now we're getting nice clean backs. Inside, digital copy, that's going to be well out of date. The all digital copy discs, these are completely useless now, of course, being replaced by cords, but I really got to keep it in here so it's complete. Yeah, we started getting sad artwork as well. I remember actually watching this film like right after I got this steelbook, which I don't normally do. Usually it goes in that pile, but I did watch this one straight away. Bit of an odd film, kind of difficult to work out exactly what's going on in it, but it was pretty decent. And as I said, the steelbook's still pretty much widely available. Maybe I should try and get a replacement because I've got a little ding there, I've noticed. But yeah, so maybe I'll have to try and get a replacement for that. So next up we have a rare release from Manga. This is Akira. Now, an interesting story about this one. This one was originally released on the 27th of June, the same day as Adjustment Bureau, and it sold out pretty quickly originally. Manga had made, excuse me, let me just move myself over. Yes, so originally Manga had only made a few thousand of these, and they sold out pretty quickly. So in their infinite wisdom, they decided to basically print more, and that was pretty much of a big mistake because they basically oversaturated the market. This is one of the very first ones to actually really get picked up by all of these scalpers. I think what happened was there was rumours that this one might sell out quick, so a lot of people bought this that didn't really want it, and as a consequence, when it did sell out and then they decided to reprint more, there was a lot of people that had this steelbook that didn't really want it, and therefore not only did you have the reprints coming out, but also all those that kept this hoping that it might go up in value, and it didn't. And as a result, there was way too many out there, and in the end this was as low as £5. It has now sold out again. It is now officially out of print, but it shouldn't be too difficult to find, although I have noticed some prices on this creeping up. So in this steelbook we have both Blu-ray and DVD discs, and also a really nice booklet that comes with it. Some nice inside artwork as well, and the booklet is really just all about the movie. This is one of only two Manga releases. The other one being Ninja Scroll, which was a Play exclusive, I think. Didn't come out for a long time though, so we'll get to that in a future video. So we move on now to the next one, which is out of print and was an HMV exclusive. From Sony, it's Battle Los Angeles, or Battle LA. I think it had a different name in America, I can't remember what it was called. Or it might have been Germany, but I do remember seeing a slightly different title. Maybe someone can remind me what that is, because I can't remember at the moment. But this one came out on the 11th of July, so 2 weeks later. And yeah, it's a nice glossy steelbook release. Nice artwork. I mean, the front artwork's a bit plain, but the back artwork's pretty cool. Inside, regular disc, and some, well, okay artwork. And a little leaflet for Faster. It was obviously coming out at the time. We nearly did get a Faster UK Steelbook release, which is a shame. It's a good film. So then we move on to a couple here, which thankfully we've never seen the likes of these again. They are the dreaded sticker books. For some reason, Optimum decided, after they'd done some regular Steelbook releases in the past with the likes of Highlander and Flash Gordon, that they were going to bring out these two Steelbooks, and they were going to be sticker books. Now, for those of you who don't know what a sticker book is, it's basically a blank Steelbook, and then the artwork is simply a sticker. I didn't even realise this like when I first got them. I thought it was sort of some sort of border, but upon closer inspection you can see it's clearly a sticker on the spine, on the back and on the front. And yeah, this was a big no-no. Of course, with sticker books it meant no inside outlook either. Now with this release, The Extraordinary Adventures of Del Blanc-Sec from Luc Besson, which is still available, by the way. You'll be not so amazed to find out this hasn't sold out, because it is just, well, it's a French movie, French speaking. I think it has English subtitles, but it doesn't have dubbing. So it's a French movie, and it is pretty niche, I would say. And the fact that it is a sticker book as well, it doesn't really have much value, and so it's still out there. This was released on the 15th of August, and on the very same day we got another sticker book from them, but this one was a Play exclusive, and that is Source Code. Exactly the same sticker book, really bad, but it did sell out, because I think it's just because it was a Play exclusive. There was a lot less of these out there, 4,000 I think, compared to goodness knows how many they did for Del Blanc-Sec. But yeah, again, fortunately it means no inside artwork at all, double Play release. And safe to say, after the backlash of this, because I know a lot of people did send this back to them, after the backlash, obviously they took note and they never brought out another Steelbook sticker book again. So yes, it was just one of those things that they decided to do, and very quickly decided, yeah, this is a very bad idea, we're not going to do this again. And thank goodness they didn't, and no one else has tried either. So then we move on to 2 weeks later, and this is the start of I think it's 5 Steelbooks in a row which are still available to this day, quite remarkably, still not out of print. Even though some good films in here, the first of which is Hannah. I remember buying this from Asda. I think I had some vouchers. I paid about £4 or £5 for it, and you can pick it up for not much more than that now. But it's a really, really good film. I really enjoyed this, and and that would be a digital copy there. You've got the Blu-ray and the DVD/digital copy disc. Some inside artwork as well. Very interesting sort of young assassin film. Really cool stuff. And but yeah, this is still available. So yeah, I'd say I'd pick it up because it is a nice clean steel. The next one we have Fast and Furious 5, one of those rare rectangle cover releases. And suffice to say, this is still available. I think you can pick it up for about £6-7. There was a supply issue a little while back, and it's starting to push up. I think it's come back down again. But yeah, it's really not a very wanted Steelbook, really, just because people don't really like these rectangle releases. I can't say I'm a huge fan of them. But yeah, this is again with the old DVD and digital copy disc as well. Very much out of date, but they're still available now. They shouldn't really sell them because the digital copy should be out of date by now. This was released on the 5th of September. One of 3 Steelbooks released on that day, and they're all still available. So maybe the 5th of September, maybe there's some sort of omen about that day, I don't know. But yes, 2 Universal titles and also a Sony title still to this day are available now. The next one is actually quite a surprise, because I think this is one of the first first exclusive releases. Maybe the Steelbooks fall over there. One of the first exclusive Steelbooks that's still available. You know, many years later. That's Priest, again, 5th of September 2011. This is still available in your local HMV for about £5 now, I think it is. And which is a shame. I paid a lot more than that for it. It's a sort of decent Steelbook, nothing too amazing. Still at this point, embossing and debossing was non-existent really in releases, and yeah, this was just another one of those regular Bluray Steelbooks that were coming out. Of course, at this point, it was really more so new films that were getting Steelbooks, not older releases. Very few were getting them. One of which was our next Steelbook. How's that for a segue? And that is Scarface. Now, this is there's two versions of this. Just a regular Steelbook and also the cigar box edition. This is from the cigar box edition. It doesn't come with a backing card, not that I use them now anyway, but I really like this Steelbook. It's got a nice glossy finish, nice artwork, very cool indeed. Then we've got the Blu-ray DVD copy and a digital copy. It's a nice classic black and white inside artwork as well. One of the best films of all time, in my opinion. But I know obviously everyone has their different opinions, but I really, really love this film. Very, very much. But it's still available, the regular Steelbook. I think the cigar box edition is out of print, but you can still pick up the regular version for a fairly decent price. And so after those three that came out on the 5th of September, the following week, 12th of September, we had an HMV exclusive Disney Steelbook, and that is a Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean film. And the last to date, or I think they might be making a 5th, aren't they? Double play release, and yes, we're back to printed logos and printed back. Probably one of the reasons why it is still available. I'll just briefly show the inside artwork on this. But yeah, it was for whatever reason still available. Maybe it's because there's a 3D edition, I don't know, or maybe just because they printed far too many. There is another Disney Steelbook we're going to get to, still available as well. So I think they just made far too many of these Steelbooks, unfortunately. Right, now, the next one. This one was released again by HMV just 2 weeks later, the 26th of September 2011. And this one was £20 when it first came out. And now, well, the Steelbook speaks for itself. It's Thor. And now obviously it's worth a lot more. Although it has come down slightly because of the re-release. Although it's nowhere near as nice as this. Lovely border, embossed as well. Now this is, remember, this was only the 3rd or 4th Steelbook ever to have this. So it was still very, very new at the time. Just a beautiful Steelbook, front and back. Well, not plain, but sort of understated, I guess. Blu-ray and DVD there. Inside artwork as well. And yeah, there's a reason why this is so after, because it was a good film. I wouldn't say it's on the level of Iron Man, but it's a really good film and a really beautiful Steelbook. Very proud to still have this in my collection. After all these years, of course, it is out of print, but you may get lucky, as I showed in the recent video. Or did I? Actually, I don't think I did. But I actually got this for $1.99 from That's Entertainment. I got a second copy, which I went and sold on. But I showed my video where I got Captain America for $1.99. Actually, I also got Thor for $1.99. But I know someone who picked this up for £8 recently in CEX. So, you know, they are about... Check your local CEX, because you might get very lucky. But that's pretty much the only place you're going to get it very cheap. So, after that, we have another superhero film. And another out-of-print title. And that is Green Lantern. This is from Warner Brothers. And as was Thor. Actually, no, Thor was Paramount, wasn't it? Yes, sorry. Thor was Paramount. And yes, this came out on the 17th of October. And this one took a little while to go out of print. Now, it's weird because it does have a sort of Blu-ray banner at the top there, but it is, apart from that, a nice clean Steelbook. Got some nice writing on the back as well. Green Lantern saying. And all these digital copies should just get thrown out. I don't know why I keep them. So here we have the extended cut 2D Blu-ray. Oh, I've actually put the 3D Blu-ray in from my 3D array. But obviously that would be the DVD ordinarily. It's nice, cool inside artwork. I sort of like this film, but it wasn't too magnificent or anything. Just sort of average. Good effects though. So that it looked nice. It does look nice. So next up, another out of print Steelbook. Sort of after all those which were still in print, now we have a lot of out of prints. This one is very much sought after, and that's Pulp Fiction. Despite the fact it has printed logos, it does have a nice back. There's a nice clean steel apart from that Lionsgate release. This might have been Lionsgate's only second release. Yeah, this is Lionsgate's second release. The first one being The Expendables, but this is their first exclusive. It was a Play exclusive after Green Lantern had been an HMB, and so had Thor. So Play were starting to get back into exclusivity at this point, and yeah, nice classic inside outlook as well. This one didn't take long to sell out actually, and it's still very, very much sought after. Around £40, £45 now for this. I think it was about £12 when it first came out, if I remember rightly. So good investment there. And that was also on the 17th of October. 2 weeks later, Halloween 2011, we got X-Men First Class, and this is an interesting steelbook as well because again it's got the printed logos and also a printed back. One of the latter releases to have that from Fox. They sort of pretty much learned after this not to do that anymore. Nice cover, although the fact that the writing on it doesn't really quite match up because it goes around the corner. That could have been done better. No inside outlook either, which is a shame, but Fox weren't really up for that at that time. But another film that I watched as soon as I got it, very good film. I really enjoyed this one. I haven't gone back to watch it since, but I don't tend to do that often. Watch it all the second time, but I may do. I may get this second viewing. So then, up next we have 2 Eureka releases, and these ones are still available, even though one of them is an exclusive. These are both released on the 14th of November. Up first we have Silent Running, and obviously these ones were not affected by the riots, and so therefore were pretty, widely available, and still are, over 2 years later. I really like the cover on this one, very, very old school, as are quite a few of the Eureka releases. They never really do anything with a back artwork, but that's okay, because they always give you a nice booklet, as you can see here, full of information, always really good stuff with the booklet. More companies should do that. Only Arrow and Eureka really do it, and some nice bright inside artwork as well. But yeah, this is still available. I think it's been creeping around the £8–10 mark for quite some time now. But yeah, very good stuff. I think it's number 23. Yep, on the Master of Cinema releases. And on the same day, we also got another Eureka release, and that is Touch of Evil. And this one is an HMV exclusive, but it is still available to this day. And also, a lot of these are littering up your local CEX in pretty much perfect condition. Although the backing cards apparently are pretty done in. But nice thick book as well. 2 Blu-ray discs with 3 versions of the movie, reconstructed, theatrical, and also the preview version. And I think they all have different ratios as well. So there's all sorts of different ways to watch the film. But for whatever reason, I think again probably made too many of these, and so they're still available to this day. And you can pick them up for about a £5, something like that. So yeah, one of those very rare H&B exclusives that turned out not to be too exclusive at all. Okay, so we're on to the last 4 now for this video, and up next is another that's still in print, released the following week, 21st of November, and that is Cars 2, Disney release, Blu-ray banner, printed logos, printed back, average film equals steelbook still available after over 2 years. Hardly surprising really. Now with this, you get the Blu-ray disc here, and you don't get this DVD disc. What actually you got was a sort of a little paper insert, and you actually had to send off for this DVD disc as an offer through the Disney Movie Rewards scheme. Really beautiful inside artwork though, that is one good thing about this. And then they sent this just in a little piece of cardboard. It wasn't even in a proper DVD case or anything, so that we could have the double play version. Quite why they didn't just put the DVD in, I have no idea. Very strange, but there you go. Stranger things happen. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of. I mean, I like the frame around the side there, but it's sort of ruined by the fact it isn't, it isn't clean or anything. But maybe we'll get a re-release of this now that Xavier's pretty much releasing every Disney and Pixar steelbook you can think of, and Cars is coming. Maybe Cars 2 will get a second steelbook version, but we'll see. If it is, hopefully it'll be the 3D version, but we'll see. Okay, so after that, we're going to finish off with 3 out-of-print titles, 3 exclusives. and the first one was from the 5th of December 2011. It was £20 on release. It has embossing and debossing. It is, of course, the other big Steelbook capture 2011, Captain America, and this release is, I think, actually nicer than the Thor one, but it isn't quite worth as much for whatever reason. You know, you got the sticker in the corner, so that can come off. But really nice front and back artwork. I really love the front. Actually, one of my favourite fronts of any Steelbook release. And then inside we have the Blu-ray and the DVD. I really should actually take this DVD out and on the Thor one put in my 3D Blu-ray, because I've got the 3D Amaray as well. So yeah, I've got this film way too many times, to be honest. But I like this film more than Thor. I thought this was the second best film of the Avengers series after Iron Man 1. Really good stuff. Looking forward to watching the sequel. And so now our last two, the next one is another Play release, Play.com exclusive, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and this one, again, it's got the logos, it's got the printed back. Fox, they hadn't learned, but I think this definitely was the last one that they did like this. I can't remember any others that came after this. Such a shame. It's nice glossy Steelbook as well, nice front artwork. Blu-ray disc there, digital copy disc. Again, no inside artwork, but Fox, I think 2012 is where they changed, if memory serves me right. This one came out on the 12th of December, same as the next release we have. These were the last ones before Christmas, I think. Yeah, these are the last ones before Christmas. Super 8, HMB exclusive, and again, just like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, this one sold out. It took a little time to sell out, but it not too long, you know, a few months. Now this one's got a deboss title, which is very rare. You don't get that very often. They're just stickers. I can remove them. Really probably should. And it's a Paramount release. Nice back artwork as well, sort of a matte finish. But that deboss title is, as I say, pretty rare. You don't get that very often. And then we have the good old-fashioned plain discs from Paramount. And yeah, that finishes off this video. Slightly shorter than the others, but I didn't have other distractions, I guess. And so yeah, that's the first 60 done. And we continue on tomorrow with the next 20, number 61, all the way through to 80. Number 61 was Cowboys and Aliens, HMV exclusive, which came out on the 26th of December, so Boxing Day 2011. And that'll see us all the way through to number 80, which, now, do I do this or not? Do I do more? Because it brings us through to number 80, which is Hellboy 2, which came out on the 28th of May, but there are other releases also on the 28th of May, because there was a little bit of a wave through to number 84. So I guess I should stick to 20, so I will stick to 20, and some of the releases from that day will be in that video, and the others will have to be in the next one. But yeah, so everything from Cowboys and Aliens to Hellboy 2, and everything in between. So until then, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. Take care for now.